Oh my gosh. Okay.
Well, it's been like what, 3 months since we played, so
Yeah.
Yeah, fourth. So either feet or stats, and then
some of the
you might
feats can
get
be
something.
pretty. Yeah, some of the feats can be pretty useful.
Yeah,
Like mine,
I
as I said, I got.
I would say go feats, but that's just me.
Well,
It depends on
just
what you want your character to do.
Yeah, it depends on what your primary stats are, though. Like, again, I got a 17 for my dex, so the 18 would be nice for an additional point of, bonus there. But,
like this one, I got like heavy armor master, which gives me, one to strength, but it also, if I'm wearing heavy armor, I take 3 less damage from non-magical weapons.
Yeah, none of the ones that gave a dex I was quite interested in. So so I'll have to
where
that up somewhere.
At 8th level, if we're still playing, I'll take 1 to strength and 1 to dex to bump both of those up.
Mm-hmm.
So again, it all depends on what you want your character to do.
I am not going to hold the game up. I will level up after, because I didn't realize I was leveling up to 4th.
Well, you can pick your feet and stuff while he's narrating.
Secretly level up as we're preparing,
get
lost in
Definitely
the
get your hit points. And
just do your hit points real quick. Yeah. I mean, your proficiency doesn't change. It's just the hit points. And then for you, spells maybe, And then if you want to look at feats, they are on page 166 or something like that. Yeah, 166 of the player's handbook.
And as
or 165, sorry.
Druid, I think your CR goes up too.
Well, my CR though, because I'm Circle of the Moon, my CR is at 1, and level 4 only goes up to 1/2. So I'm actually higher than my level right now because of my circle.
And
but
there's a link for the feats. Like
I do get a swimming speed now.
Oh,
so you can go after the
swimming
crocodiles.
For racer. Oh wait, for druid, huh?
For druid shapeshift.
Yeah, for druid shapeshift.
Right, for shifting. That's fun.
So now you can do a creature with the swim speed and have everyone right on your back.
Exactly. Okay, well, I will look for a feat.
Yeah, I've posted a link to feats. It's pretty easy.
Oh, that might be even easier. Thank you.
It is.
So you guys are...
Because it's got like all the feats.
Mm-hmm. You guys are all prepared to head out towards that cave where you believe the tribe of the nasty halflings are that are causing problems for your tribe. You've got the very roughly made map on the back of a leather hide.
Nasty howitzes.
Any last minute preps you make before you guys left the village?
I don't think so.
I thought we did pretty much everything last time.
That's what I was figuring. I just wanted to give you.
But again, it's been a while.
I want to grab an extra day's worth of rations for me.
Is that the flask of water or the sunshine?
Yeah, I was gonna say, how are you capturing the sunshine? I want to see that.
It's like in WALL-E when he unfolds the solar panels on his little panel.
He just sits there and it's like giant leaves sprout out.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so you guys have made your preps, got your plans together. So you guys head out of the village to a hero's goodbye, or are you sneaking out into the dark where nobody can see you?
No, we got blessings this time.
I mean, this time you've got permission to leave the village, so...
We'll go out like big damn heroes.
Okay, so as some of the local hunters follow you guys to the edge of the tribal lands, go ahead and somebody give me a survival roll. And if you're using the map, I'll give you advantage. That's totally
+4.
Totally GM
I'm
code
+1,
for
yeah.
I don't want you to
Better than
screw up.
I will assist.
What's the druid?
Oh, 3. Sorry.
All right, I'll go ahead and
You
do it.
with
So he's
advantage?
assisting for advantage. All right.
Okay, so you guys are heading off to the west-northwest direction. You know you've got to go, to avoid climbing the hills. There's a nice little path that goes up to the northish and then back down to the southwestish. As you're going to be heading over to where according to this map, their little cave is hidden. And as you guys are heading, are you bothering with doing any wildlife hunting or anything along the way, or are you just on point for the mission?
I'm not doing any hunting, but I might do some gathering as I see stuff and we're moving.
Oh, gathering. Okay,
Yeah.
so in that
Not that I need it, but I can, give it to the 2 fleshies to eat.
Hey, you can always gather stuff. I mean, so as you guys, go ahead.
I was gonna also gather, but looking for medicinal roots and herbs.
Okay, so as you guys are going, you notice your Flora friends are on the lookout. Now, each of you guys give me a check. Give me 1 survival or medicine for healing herbs, and give me a survival for sustenance.
All right.
Oops. Well, I found something good. That'll heal him.
Okay. So, needless to say, our intrepid food gatherer has no problem supplying some. You guys cross a stream and totally catches some large water beetles that make for good food.
He's like, look at this mushroom. This will heal you right up.
Exactly.
And as for our druid with the spiritual healing, you find a patch of these pretty purple flowers that you believe are very medicinal.
Excellent.
And you're gonna, go into the little bramble to get to these little herbs. Go ahead and as you're plucking the herbs, give me a survival or a medicine to make sure that you get them. You just need a 12 or better to get a decent number. 10 or better will get you 1 dose of healing herbs. You got this.
I got this. Yeah, it's better than 13.
It's better than stabbing yourself in the eye, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And as you're down there trimming these herbs, you get, go ahead and roll me a 1d4 for how many healing herbs you're collecting.
Okay. Two
healing herbs as you guys see him reach down and he's clipping these herbs with his little blade and stashing them in his pocket. And as the 3 of you look back at your friend, and you totally see him, a little busy in the gathering of the herbs with that natural one, kind of focused on the flora and fauna he's picking up there. And
you got termites.
Just as Barkley flipping that herb, All of a sudden, the three of you look back at him like y'all give him that sarcastic look of, are you coming? How far ahead of him are you guys continuing to walk before you guys stop and give Barkley the look of like, hurry up?
Probably not too far because I'm gathering, so.
Yeah.
15 feet, maybe 10.
Okay. So pretty damn close, as he's up on this mossy knoll clipping the herbs, and as soon as you guys look back at him and you guys give him the collective, are you coming? And he stuffs the herbs in there. All of a sudden, Barkley, the place that you're standing, all of a sudden gets kind of wobbly, like loose rocks or something. They're covered in moss. Do me a favor and give me a dex saving throw.
Oh, I'm all about dex. That's up to -1.
Oh.
As immediately you guys see Barkley kind of like wobbling, like the earth is moving, which you guys know in this forest, the ground animates, the trees animate. This is a walking forest for a reason. Except you notice the grassy knoll he's on is moving. And after about a brief second, you see him fall flat prone onto the knoll. And you realize it's not him moving. The knoll, the mossy knoll that he's on is moving. And would one of you, I'll let you pick who, give me either a perception? Yeah, we're going to go with perception.
Yeah, I'm a +1.
I'm a 3 for that one. One better.
Looking.
I'm a 3.
I'm a 2 perception.
Okay.
So it looks like you.
Nice. Okay.
That's weird.
That's totally weird. Why is it gray like that? This is special.
No.
11.
I guess it's just showing the one that is higher.
No,
I've got
because
advantage toggled on.
11 plus 2 plus 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, it's got to be a jump gate thing. So as you roll a 14, you immediately realize the ground that Barkley is on is not ground. It's mossy. And all of a sudden, as he falls flat down, kind of grabs the knoll, you realize that it is a moss-covered reptilian shape with 6 legs. And do me a favor and give me a quick nature roll.
Me or anyone?
You, since you spotted it.
No.
Okay. Ooh, that's a solid -1. The intelligence, yeah, that looks about right.
Why would you do this to us?
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
No, I think I know what it is, but
don't give us an intelligence-based roll. Come on.
As it seems to be just some kind of large crocodilian-like moss-covered reptile that has. At first, you thought it was 6 legs, then you realize it's got 8 legs, and it's very, very grumpy with your friend that it shakes, and he rolls with that horrible dex saving throw of 2, and he lands right next to it as it opens its reptilian mouth that's just covered in moss that beautifully lets it camouflage while it's sleeping, and it hisses at you. Your lore keeper knows it is some kind of reptilian creature.
Sly.
No offense, friend. I'm sorry for waking you up. Just go back to sleep. I'll be on my way. No harm done.
And
we're all friends here.
Go ahead, and since we're all friends, we don't quite need a mini map here. We're gonna theater of the mind that shit. Do me a favor, and everybody, make sure you click on your token and roll initiative.
What the hell is my token?
Knew that was coming. All right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Token.
We're all down towards the bottom of the Little image area.
This can be one of
all.
two things, and neither of them are very good for us. James, you're such an asshole.
Oh, I have one thing I can do, but I'm so low in the initiative.
Unfortunately,
Right?
everyone is low, but
Damn.
Scar is the first one that can react as you see this reptile hissing at your buddy who's prone on the ground. And this reptile looks very, very grumpy at being woke up. This moss-covered forest creature will be named Grumpy. And you're looking at this
Grumpy.
like 8-foot long reptile with 8 legs. Looks like it might be biting your friend or doing something else.
Is it metagaming to say what I intend to do?
I mean,
Because that might.
Talking is a free action if you want to shout out to your friends as Scar's about to do something.
Okay, well, I'll say, try not to hurt it. I can try to speak to it if we want to go the peaceful route.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to work. Arrgh! I charge. No, charge, but...
Yeah, it probably doesn't have that much of an intelligence to work with.
Yeah.
Okay, so immediately Scar, being the orc of action that he is, charges immediately into the danger zone.
And I take a swipe at it.
Okay,
Highway
go
to
for
the
it.
danger zone.
Danger!
Oh my god, that's been on my playlist for an indiscernible reason. I don't know why it bangs. Like, it's good.
And you swing your mighty war club and roll a 14. And as you strike this moss-covered lizard, you hear a stony clang as your sword club and its moss and rock-covered hide meet, and it reflexively bounces your blow away.
James, you are such an asshole. I'm going to use my action surge.
You refuse to accept the fact that you did not swing mightily enough, and in your desperate look at your friend who's prone on the floor, and the reptile looks up at you like seriously as you banged up against its hide, you panically backswing a second shot as you hear a second stony clang as sword club and rocky moss hide meet a second time with 0 penetration.
Wow. 23 on the back end both times. That's nice.
James, why?
This is when you need to tell your friend to get to his feet so you guys can flank it for advantage, because that would have been great.
Yeah. And pissing it off.
You definitely have its attention compared to your, Flora friend.
Thank you for that.
And
run, Barkley, run.
Barkley, there you are, prone, laying flat on your back at the creature, and your friend Scar, who rushed to your immediate aid.
Okay.
What are you going to do?
I am going to stand up.
Okay, it's only going to cost you half your movement.
Okay, let's see here.
Okay.
If it makes you feel good, this stone and moss covered reptilian thing doesn't seem to be moving that fast itself.
Because it just woke up.
Right?
I mean, remember, there is always the option to attempt to run away.
There is, but
he just got tossed on his can, man. He's got to show himself.
Actually, yeah.
The creature felled a tree, and the tree got back up.
Yeah.
Can I use my bonus action to turn into a giant wolf spider?
You can choose to turn into a giant wolf
Terrifying.
Not gonna help.
It's not? Oh.
Why not? Giant wolf spiders extra hit points at the very least.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, okay, that might help, but for the most part, yeah.
yeah.
As your limbs separate in the tree branches to become 8 legs.
Just like him.
It takes offense to you copying its shtick. As it gives you that gecko.
But I look more tree-like than.
Yeah, green mossy looking spider.
Oops, that's not what I wanted to send.
Mossy stone looking lizard, mossy stone looking spider.
And I will go ahead and why not? I'll try and bite it.
Okay, go for it.
Oh, Jesus. I know my character doesn't know what it is, but there we go.
Well, I don't know what it is, so. Okay, so
Go ahead and take that bite.
Okay.
There we go. Taking the bite.
As your spidery mandibles get up into the biting position and you scrape 2 beautiful parallel lines down its side, scraping the moss off of it, showing its rock-like hide, as you realize your fangs did not get a purchase in it.
I was trying to bite a rock. Okay.
Are y'all sending secret messages back and forth?
No, I was showing the spider stats in Discord because I couldn't paste them into the chat. I was trying to be helpful.
As
yes, but somebody else is posting stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, I posted a picture of what I think it is.
Oh.
As your attack was a valiant effort, but did not pierce its stony hide. But you did scrape some of that moss off. You can totally keep that later for a medicinal herb.
Excellent. I'll write that down. What the heck? I will. I'll back away. Why not?
You're gonna back away 15 feet?
Yeah.
Now, the question is, what direction are you backing away? Are you backing towards the group? Off to the side?
Yes, please.
Behind Scar?
Back towards unless you want me to flank it, Scar. I'll stick around if you want to flank it.
That would be nice, but not necessary.
Okay, no, I'll stick around. I'm gonna, instead of backing out, I'm gonna angle myself to flank.
Okay.
That way he also doesn't opportunity attack me.
You're gonna totally try to head around behind it with your half movement. And it totally does this like back and forth look at the two of you. Realizing it's being flanked. It doesn't like that. It doesn't like that at all.
Well, at least they're not as nasty in this as they are in first edition.
Okay. And what does our chanter do? Or Prairie and Dekui. Who's got the better dex bonus? Because you guys tied on initiative.
Plus, I'm a 17 dex, so plus 3 dex.
Better than me. Yeah, I'm a plus 2, 15.
Okay, so Pride Tree will go first. Unless you want to let your chanter friend go first.
No, I'll move in. I will move out at an angle using my 40 and come in at a flank with a dash on
Coming in at a
the
90
end there.
degree angle to everybody else.
Yeah, with the dash.
Star. Our tree with the ridiculous movement speed. You run around everybody 3 times and then you choose to stop on the side.
Moving an angle and come in at 10 feet in. Straight line.
Okay.
For a charge.
Ooh.
Into the flank.
Okay.
One tree moves like the wind, the other trips over its own roots.
I have to say, does anybody have a mirror?
And we're going to club it with my staff with both hands as I come in.
Okay, using that versatile to give it a both hand staff smash.
Yeah.
15.
15 hit.
15 will in fact hit. You may have discovered a magic number. As your swing hits and smash the moss, and you actually feel some of those rock-like scales give a little. How much do they give? Good question.
Yay. All right. And then it's +5 with the charge. And 9, so 14.
Damn. Okay, you have officially gotten its attention with that shot. What else is it doing?
Great, you pissed it off.
It's weak on the sides.
No.
Well, I did damage, you didn't. So apparently it's weak on the sides.
And some of its stony scales go smashing off, landing on the ground.
I just got to ask, David, have you figured out what it is yet?
I have a good guess, but it is Planegea. My character has no clue, so.
Where did you send the picture of what you think it is?
It's a moss-covered reptile with a bunch of primordial.
It's in the Discord. It's in the Discord chat.
If you in the chat for the voice channel, you have to click the
little chat bubble thing.
I see.
Yeah, if it had 6 legs, it would probably be worse for us at this moment. But either way, Jim's an asshole.
Hey, random encounters are what random encounters are. We could run
until someone rolled a natural 1, and then.
Well, who would do that?
Yeah, I wonder.
Who would ever do that?
Anything else besides your mighty 2-handed smash with your staff? I mean,
no, I don't. I mean, that's a bonus. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? Is that a bonus or is that a reaction? Oh, I think the one's a reaction. I think I do get an extra swing. Let me double check. Oh, there's so many martial art moves. It's hard to keep track. Let's see. Martial arts. Gain the following benefit when wearing a dex instead of strength, damage, and iron monk weapons. Roll d4 in place. Monk table. When you use an attack action with an unarmed strike or a monk weapon, you can make an unarmed strike as a bonus. So the dash was, or the attack on the charge was a bonus. So nope, no additional attacks.
Okay. So you crack down on the side of it, making this echoey crack sound that your chanter thinks is kind of a nice tune,
Hey, it's a ripe watermelon.
So what would our god touched chanter like to do at this exact moment as your group are all surrounding this reptile, scaly, mossy creature who's now very interested in Prytree. You're definitely getting the body language that the actual breaking of scales and hurting got its attention.
Right.
Yeah, well.
Got its attention, but how pissed does it look?
It looks angry. It just took 14 points of damage. It's cranky.
Yeah, one hit.
For something that's not used to actually having its armor pierced, as Scar will tell you. Preposterous. How did your wooden stick pierce it when my mighty sword club did nothing?
Yeah. That's messed up. Are we interested in killing this thing, or are we interested in getting away at this present moment?
I mean, if somebody does some kind of identifying and tells us what the hell and tells us, hey, get away, then...
I love how Scar puts in the chat, kill it. But then again, that's just Scar.
It's got 8 legs. Kill it with fire.
It's funny.
It's got 8 legs.
Yeah, that works. Because I do have... Thing is, I do have speak with animals.
This is a...
Knowledge and awareness of many beasts is limited by their intelligence, but at minimum, beasts can give you information about nearby locations and monsters, including whatever they perceive or have perceived within the past day. You might be able to persuade a beast to perform a small favor for you at the DM's discretion.
Yeah, but I don't think this classifies as a beast.
This is a monster.
It does say beast, right?
Interesting. I did not know the difference between those.
This creature does look more monstrous than beast.
Huh.
Okay. It has stone scales.
Interesting.
And
beasts don't have stone scales.
It's an 8-legged Bulbasaur.
Well, then I... will cast Shatter.
Ooh.
Except for you have 3 people right next to it.
Now remember,
it's a 10-foot radius sphere. It's how big is this thing?
It is only like 8 foot long. It's basically a medium-sized creature.
Yeah,
it's so 10-foot sphere would catch people if I centered it on the creature.
10-foot sphere would definitely catch your friends.
Okay, never mind.
At least one of us.
Because all 3 of your friends are flanking it.
Okay, got it. I'll do dissonant whispers instead.
Just saying.
I mean, it would be funny. To be fair, it would be funny. I'll do no.
It has been a while for dissonant whispers. Does it say they have to understand you?
Do it. I can take it. No, you can't take it.
The target must make a wisdom saving throw.
What movie was that from, though?
On a successful stage. It does not say anything about that because I think it's like a bad sound rather than like a like it's not. I don't think it's like Vicious Mockery where.
Perfect. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure before you cast.
Makes sense.
Wasting a spell.
It's basically just like a thundercrack type sound.
Yep.
Sure.
Okay, so you're gonna go ahead and cast your spell on that creature.
Yes, it's a Wisdom saving throw, DC 14.
Ooh. It will roll a 1.
Oh shit! Okay.
Of course, it's not a natural 1, but it rolled a 1.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure this thing is not super wise. Cool. So it takes 14 psychic damage and must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from me. The creature doesn't move into obviously dangerous grounds such as a fire or a pit.
Ooh, so that means at least 2 of us are going to get attacks of opportunity.
I was going to say, yeah.
I think all 3 of you have your reaction still, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the moss creature is going to immediately run 20 feet barreling
James.
around your one friend. Yep.
You can just say what it is. Most of us already know.
Okay, the forest
You mean a
basilisk.
moss-covered reptile?
The forest basilisk. Okay, yeah.
The forest basilisk hears the tone, gives a roaring sound, and starts stampeding with all of its 8 legs and goes a whole 20 feet. Yes,
Yep.
provoking 3 attacks of opportunity.
Oh, for the love of...
Now, Scar
Ooh.
Ooh, hello.
Scar will have advantage because of the flanking.
Oh.
Ooh. Well, that changes things.
Let's see, did it do it right? Yep,
Good
it did it
lord.
right. Well, he gets to like roll doubles on his crits, so.
Mm-hmm. And it's a big, crunchy weapon.
Oh,
Yeah, it's...
because, okay, right. I forgot y'all were rolling with advantage. Duh, because you're flanking. Yeah.
Yep, so Scar rolls with advantage with a natural 20, and then rolls a whopping 19 points. That's a massive amount of damage. Obviously, Scar's pissed that it's running away from him. That's what it is. You think it's running away from you, not your friend behind you who cast a spell to make it go away. That is the spell now known as Go Away. And
Well,
the spider is going to take a bite out of it too, and a 23 will hit. However, our dear monk will swing away with a 13 that does not hit.
hey, it's the thought that counts.
But depending on what the spider bite does, it may not have made it to 20 feet.
The spider does 1d4 plus 3 piercing damage plus 2d4 poison damage. So
Do I get a saving throw versus poison, or just take the damage?
it does not say anything about a saving throw.
Okay, roll me some dice. Let's see what's happening here, because we may have
Okay.
been asking a very important question. And even before the poison damage, what does it look like when our druid spider form murders this forest basilisk?
I think that just as it's running away, the fangs plunge in between scales and grabbing and trail. So as it's running, its intestine is being pulled out behind it.
Oh, damn.
Because it kind of got snagged on the fang because I'm not used to animal forms yet.
As you're totally thrown off because this is in fact not a beast, but a monstrosity.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay, and it gives out this horrible sound as you guys all feel the thump as its mass hits the ground.
But I mean, it was totally Scar's blow that killed it. I just...
We all did quite a bit of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those some good damage rolls.
As Scar totally notices something on the ground after, smashing it on the face.
Okay, what do I notice on the ground?
Is it another medicinal
You look
herb?
down and see a small, and by small I don't mean small at all, giant bat that looks like it's in mid-flight that was petrified and looks like one little crack going through the chest of the bat.
Yeah.
But you have this beautiful, it's the size of like an open hardbound full-sized book. This stone bat in flight.
No, I'll pick it up and use the wingtip to like clean my teeth.
And Scar was all afraid of this thing.
No. Kevin was afraid of this thing. Scar, know any better. As I said, I mean, they used to be much worse, but still.
Well, this is the forest variety. They're not as bad.
Yeah. Still turn you to stone, apparently.
As you pray that your chanter's magic is stronger than any beast.
Let's
As
see.
if
Trait.
someone
Yeah.
would like to give me a nature or arcana roll, I can tell you a little information.
I'm a 0 on both of those. So if somebody else wants to go, remember, Scar's not the brightest bulb.
I've got a 3 arcana.
It's better for me. I got a -1.
Yeah, I got a 0.
Okay, I will do the arcana then.
Yep,
Unless
it's you.
Okay. Huh?
Okay. You know this is a dreaded beast called the Forest Stone Maker. That this 8-legged, stone-scaled, and usually they sit in one place long enough to let moss grow as camouflage, are known for using their evil eyes to turn things to stone. You do know that, traditionally speaking, with that beautiful 16, that their eyes, if properly harvested, can sometimes be turned into totems and different items.
Ooh.
Let's see. What would harvesting that eye be under?
I
Survival?
would totally take a survival roll at 12 or better to harvest the eyes.
I got a 1, but if anybody else wants to roll.
I've got a 3.
I don't trust your
Which-
rolls though.
I know, I don't either.
Under what skills? I mean, I got
Survival.
gathering, but I think that's not the same. It's like gathering. Well, I don't know. I can do the survival at +4.
Yeah.
There you go.
+4, that's pretty
Can I
damn
assist?
good. If you would like to assist your friend, you could totally give him advantage on the roll.
I would like to assist my tree friend.
All right.
I mean, that
Thank
is
you,
the
tree friend.
friendly thing to do.
Wow. Good thing you assisted. And I turned myself to stone trying to get the eyeball out.
Wait, I also gave him guidance, right? Yeah, no.
I mean, that would have been a great thing to do, but not this time.
Yeah, I know.
To a 12, no go.
So you just needed a 12 or better, so that's
Yeah.
exactly what you needed. So you plop out a pair of basilisk's eyes, and you put them safely in some leaves to wrap them up so you have them safe and sound on you. Do me a favor, roll me a d20. This is going to see how long they'll stay fresh.
What am I rolling? What die again?
A d20.
D20. Hey.
So that's how long you're pretty sure the eyes will be perfectly preserved in your little pouch.
So how far from the village are we?
Currently, you're only like a day out of the village. I mean, about a third of the way your trip.
I'm gonna. What type of roll would I need to do to figure out if these things are common occurrences?
The creatures?
Yeah.
Give me a. I'll take Arcana or Survival for that.
It doesn't matter. They're both horrible. Ooh, natural 20.
And as soon as your friends tell you what this creature is, you're like, aha, I remember the stories because I remember all the big scary things that turn people to stone. It's a fixation of mine. I was going to go out and let one turn me partially to stone to make my skin stronger. And then they explained what they really meant. You know that they are very rare out here.
But not unheard of? Okay.
They're not unheard of, but they basically live solitary lives until it's the mating season, which happens like every decade or so. And then they lay clutches of eggs that territorially leave each other because they try to predate on each other. But they are fairly not commonly ran across. I mean, you guys all walked right past this guy and it had no problem with you until somebody started plucking weeds out of its, shoulder blade.
I mean, how
Way
was
to
I supposed
go, Pry Tree.
Yeah,
Hey.
Prey Tree, way to go.
Barkley, sorry.
Is the meat edible?
Unfortunately, the meat is not edible unless properly treated.
Okay.
Scar can totally
I bet
tell
I
you
could
with
treat
that
it
natural
properly.
20 that there are special herbs and things that you can use to treat it to make it edible.
Yeah, I'm just going to say no. We're not even trying.
Well, no, I'm not thinking us, but I'm thinking of building a signal fire, a banked fire, and with to throw up a smoke signal if we're only a day away, where the tribe might,
hunting party to pick it up, yeah, but
where the party could come and pick it up.
Okay.
I'm going to say not a good idea.
The chief or the shaman will know what to do with it.
Yeah, that's true.
So are you
Are you
guys
going to
gonna...
leave the eyes or keep them?
Well, I was thinking of leaving the eyes bundled separately in a way that they might know that, the shaman should get them.
Okay, somebody in the group, I'll let you do it with advantage since you're working together and you're obviously hunter-gatherers that have done this shtick before. Give me a survival roll to see how good you're signaling the hunters that you know will be out here since you're not far from the village.
Again,
Right. And they followed us part way out anyways, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the
And I
common
will
sense
give-
of a toddler, so it's not going to be me.
Right. Well, yeah.
Thing is, you just rolled a natural
Right.
20.
It
I
seemed
will
to be
give
the.
guidance to whoever's going to do it.
All
Okay,
right,
so
you can
cast
give me guidance on
guidance on
+4.
as you're gathering wood.
Yeah.
All right. And moist leaves and stuff to make smoke. All right, here we go.
Moss off the basilisk's back.
Yeah, just the moss off the body.
That's true. All right, so here we go with advantage and guidance. And guidance
Yeah.
will be plus what?
D4.
Okay. Well, I don't think we need a D4.
Nope. But you can save it. You've got it for up to a minute.
Oh, well, never know.
So you're pretty sure as you start this signal fire and set it up just enough that it won't create a massive fire, but will make a great signal fire. Are you good with the 13?
I thought you had advantage.
Somebody was helping.
Oh, that's right. You have advantage, so it's 22. Okay, you are 100% certain at least one of the 3 hunting groups that are out and about will spot this fire.
Okay.
So they should
And I will
show up in time before the body rots to stone.
Or
I
something
will.
comes by and eats it or tries to eat it.
Yeah, I will leave the eyes bundled nicely so that they know that, it would be something for the shaman.
And do you leave your special mark so they know it's you guys?
Yeah.
Well, who else would it be this far out?
And we move on.
Okay.
Now that we aren't petrified.
Yeah.
So as
Yeah.
you guys, you travel on, you power through the rest of the day basically. Are you setting camp at night or are you pushing through? It's totally sensible if you guys want to push through.
Boss.
Well, we don't have to worry about running into another one since we know that they're territorial. So,
except for its mate, but
Yeah.
You just want us to be exhausted, don't you, Jim?
He does.
I am about giving you options. That's what I'm about. I'm giving you options.
You just threw a basilisk at us.
Come on, guys.
It was an option.
Natural 1. That was totally Pry Tree.
Yeah,
Doesn't mean-
Prey Tree.
Yeah.
doesn't mean we had to fight it, so. Somebody could have assessed what it was and then said, hey, run away.
I have a wisdom of 8. The common sense in this body is non-existent.
I mean,
Go make a history check.
Now Scar is able
Or
to tell you
something.
with that natural 20 that, oh yeah, they're very slow. I think even the slowest of us could have outwalked it.
Well, I know I wasn't going to be the last
Which is
one
funny
in the
considering
line.
how many legs they have.
I'm pretty sure I'm the slowest of us, except that I could have tree traveled.
Yeah. All right. I mean, I'm fine camping, so I know
Okay.
no
So
you
who's
fleshies need
the
extra
first
rest.
person on watch?
I'll take first watch.
I'll take second.
Okay, on first watch, Scar, you totally see in the distance there are some of those beautiful red birds, about a half a mile to the south. You see them at sunset. They're flocking off to water as a group and coming back to some trees. If you wanted a mate, just bringing back a bird, half a bird's worth of feathers would totally get you a mate. If you want to go out of your way.
No, we're good.
Okay. And who's taking second watch?
I will.
Okay, go ahead and give me your perception check.
All right. Perception. Hey.
Ooh. Now, if the thing had 6 legs, that could be an issue too.
Quit looking up the monsters.
No, it's just I can't even pronounce it because it's a French word.
The cockatrice? No, that's
no, the bayolet or something like that.
Well, quit looking up all the monsters.
I'm not. I'm having flashbacks from Baldur's Gate 3.
That's bad enough as it is.
Where you run into both of them at the same time.
So as you're on second watch, when the sun sets and things get dark, and then the glowing fungus starts glowing, and the fireflies that are about the size of a chihuahua start buzzing around doing their thing, you do notice one thing that catches your attention. Over in the ground, you see some crystals, like a natural crystal formation, like a quartz crystal, how they naturally grow up around rocks and things. Kind of covered with some natural flora and fauna, and the crystal seems to be glowing.
Is it the same stuff we ran into before that glowed?
It does not look like the blue glowing rocks.
I will go
like to get closer.
take a look at it.
Take a look.
I will.
Okay, give me an Arcana check as you look at the glowing crystals. They've got a slight yellow glow to them.
It's a glowy rock.
You find
it's
a
glowstone
kind of glowy rock.
Sick.
I'll just leave him there and look at him while I am on watch. I'll tell the next person. Maybe they'll know what they are.
Okay. Did you touch the crystal?
No.
Oh, wait, that's tone of voice.
We already had bad crystals, so I'll wait until somebody we might have run into them before. I don't remember my fourth time.
Okay, that's fair. So you basically have a very nice, relaxing watch. There's nothing, encountering you guys other than the normal things. You got the not bad bats flying over, and some reptiles come slithering around, but not bad reptiles that don't seem to be giving you guys any problems. Have you guys taken any precautions, like lighting a fire, or are you guys just like huddled up at the base of trees?
Now he asks.
Uh,
Now we
I mean,
probably would
what's-
have lit a fire
Okay.
at
yeah,
minimum.
how far out are we? Because, like, smoke, I guess, would be the only concern.
As long as you're doing just a small fire, you shouldn't have to worry about smoke.
Hmm.
I mean, the forest might take
Yeah.
offense to too many fires being lit, but that's the forest's problem.
No, small banked fire.
Okay.
Something simple.
Just enough to persuade the natural order stuff to not want to get too close. And who's taking third watch? As Prytree might tell them about the crystals.
I could.
All right. Hey, you might check these out. I don't know what they are. They're weird glowy rocks, but they don't look like those bad ones we found. I don't know if you know anything about them, but
Do I know anything about him?
When he points out the crystals, are you going to go check them out?
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and give me an Arcana check. As he points out the glowing
What are they?
crystals.
True. What are they growing on, you said?
They just seem to be growing against some rocks, like natural quartz crystals do. How they kind of like anchor and then start growing out.
Right. Gotcha. All right. Well, see how my. Ooh, nice. Great.
A
Solid 0.
1.
Yep.
As he
-1.
points out these beautiful crystals, and you're very curious about them. So curious you do what most people do when they see something pretty shiny, and you reach down and touch the crystal.
For sure.
And
How else are you going to investigate it?
And with your natural 1,
Mm-hmm.
you reach down to touch the crystal, and as soon as you touch one, it cracks and breaks like safety glass. You know how it just instantly starts cracking, crumble, and breaks into teeny tiny little pieces.
Oh.
Like tempered glass.
Like tempered glass, exactly.
You broke it.
I broke it. Strange. Does it do anything, or does it just like crack and like shatter?
It takes a few moments after it finishes breaking, the whole thing just decomposes into little tiny crackling pieces of glass crystal shards that you hear crackling. Like if you've ever broken a sliding glass door or car window, you hear that crackling goes on for like 5 or 6 minutes. But the crackling, and as soon as you touched it and it cracked, the light stopped glowing.
Oh. Well, I mean, do you want a handful of glass?
Crystal. We don't know what glass is.
Sure. Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
Crystal is shiny and cool. I mean, at the very least.
Crystal shiny and cool.
I have shiny stones. What will you pay for shiny stones?
Mm-hmm.
I have shiny stones.
Well, that wasn't.
No shiny stones.
Well, that wasn't any fun. I'm gonna go to bed.
I'll take a handful of glass, put it in a pouch or something.
Okay.
Or crystal, sorry.
As you totally do that, give me a quick dex saving throw just to make sure you don't cut yourself.
Oh, yay.
You need a 10 or better. You got this.
Do I?
As
Wow.
you take a single point of damage as you cut yourself, and some of your blood kind of goes into the crystals and gives us this pretty pink color.
We would be a much more effective party if Prytree didn't keep rolling ones.
Okay, now give me your perception check as you're on watch tonight.
Oh boy.
Nice. Oh, that's Jim's.
That was my roll.
Man.
Completely
Oh my god.
Emma, go back to rolling physical dice, please.
No, straight up. Like I think that the Roll20 dice don't like me.
She's all, licking her fingers
I mean,
and not paying attention.
She's
like,
the only one that's
ow!
gray. She's the only one that's gray. And if you look at all of her rolls, they're all like pathetic. So I think
They're
the
all
gray number is
bad.
just an omen.
Yeah, they don't like it. Yeah, straight up. It's a curse. I'm cursed, probably.
So
Yeah, she's all too worried about the little cut.
Yeah, ouch, man. I took a whole point of damage.
As
She's
you're
not
busy
watching.
like playing with the glass shards and the cut on your hand, you go walking by as the camera pans up and you notice there's like a arrangement of bones under the undergrowth in the shape of a sigil of some kind that you're completely not noticing. That you guys pack up in the morning and head out, and the sigil is left there undisturbed with no one noticing it.
Oh, sure. You have to tell us that, don't you? Just so you can laugh at us. Great, thanks.
You're welcome. That's what happens when
Could
you
just
roll
left
all
it.
these
We didn't
low
know.
rolls, Prytree. It becomes the running joke now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so on the next day, I take it you guys are packing up and heading on out?
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. And who
Since
is
we don't know anything about that.
Yep. Who is leading the charge? Come on, that's some of the best TV storytelling is when they walk by something and only the audience gets to see it.
So did
That's
she not
true.
break? So did she not break the other one?
What?
So just one of the two were broke?
Oh no, she shattered them all.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, they weren't quartz then.
I was going to show Barkley, like, hey, check these out. She broke
Well, I
one,
mean,
but
I
never mind.
I got a handful of it, so.
Are you gonna
Crystal
have Barkley
dust.
look at the other handful of broken crystals?
Sure, like, hey, I
Oh,
found these
yeah.
crystals. I don't know if you've seen them before, but she broke the things. They were glowing last night, but she touched it and broke it.
If you want to give me an Arcana check, it's going to be a little harder to identify the broken pieces, so it's going to be a 14 or better, but you can always try.
I will try. What's the worst that can happen?
Yay!
You
Not
immediately
bad at all.
identify the remains as a living
And it's not
crystal.
gray.
And it's not gray.
As what?
It's the remains of living crystal. It's basically a phenomena that happens that magic settles and crystals start magically growing out like, rock candy out of places. And sometimes the crystal has different magical effects, usually depending on its color. And when your friend Prytree describes the gentle yellow glow coming from it, you think that this may have
Before
been
she touched it.
primal healing crystal that anyone who safely remains in contact with it for a pretty long time, 10 minutes, actually heals back some of their injury.
Before you killed it, it could have been a very helpful ally.
Well, what about now? Could I stick my hand in
No, it's so you see how it's not glowing yellow?
Yeah.
That means it doesn't work anymore. It's dead, Jim.
And
She shoved her hand right on it. I don't know what she was thinking.
And you do know that usually if someone was to remove the crystal from its resting place, it most likely will slowly lose its power unless someone is very gifted in nature or survival for transplanting it like a living plant.
Yeah.
It does take special care, probably care beyond our current abilities, considering all of us.
I could have transplanted it to my head.
Could have totally put it in the back of a basilisk.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, I finished
we'll have to
leveling
watch
up.
for some more of those and let somebody else try to gather it.
You now know beyond a shadow of a doubt that they seem to be very fragile, like coral. You don't want to touch it directly because it might destroy it accidentally.
Yeah.
Life is ephemeral.
And sometimes it's an artery.
Right. Right. All
Yes.
right.
I
Well,
love
let's
you
move
awesome
on.
nerds for getting that. So go ahead and as you guys whip out the map to head the next way, and whoever's got the map and taking the lead, give me your survival check.
And I will update the map because I have map mapping tool skill.
Ooh, do me a favor. Go ahead and since you are proficient in map making, give me a roll with whatever attribute you say is applicable.
I'm assuming it's intelligence. I mean, I don't know if I saw that for that, but that's what I have loaded. So.
Okay, I mean,
All
if you want to play off that
Whoops.
you're using your deft hands or your wisdom, you could go that way too. But I'll take what you get.
I'll go wisdom.
Wisdom, so you're using the wiseness of your travel time.
Yeah, if I can figure out how to update it.
It should just have a drop down pop up.
Yeah, cancel. I'm gathering.
As you immediately snatch the
You know
map,
what?
start adding
I
additional
think
features to it.
it's. Yeah, it seems that it is preloaded to intelligence.
You may want to alt tab in case a pop up came up behind your character sheet.
Oh, wait a minute. No. Hmm. Oh, wait, here it is. Wisdom. There we go. Boom, boom. Okay,
Sometimes
there we
that
go.
little tiny pop
Normal.
up disappears.
Yep, normal roll.
Yep.
All right. Boom.
Beautiful. You're adding some beautiful texture and graphics to the map. You draw little basilisks at the margins of the map. Here there be basilisks. Okay, so who's going to do that survival roll with advantage after Prytree finishes doing his little leatherworking tattoo work on the map?
Again, not me.
As Scar takes the map and holds it upside down and says, "We go this way," and the real map.
I've got a
stupid. He just has no common
survival, but
sense.
I roll horribly. So
Go for it. Come on, you got this.
You
Yeah.
take your
Okay.
chances.
Luck has to change sooner or later, right?
Oops, wrong one. Hang on. There it goes. My
There we go.
hand
That's
slipped.
better.
You successfully hide from the map.
My finger slipped.
With a 10, you successfully hide from the map.
I've gotten -1 to dexterity in real life too. So.
Okay. So immediately, Barkley this is the way, and everybody packs up, and you guys start heading through the forest. You pick out some land, navigation marks to guide your way. Everything seems to be going beautiful in the morning. You guys gonna stop at midday when you come to a beautiful watering hole, or are you gonna power on through?
I mean, I can
could
do
soak up some sun.
Right? And I could gather some stuff for you guys if you like. Because I got sharp-eyed forager, so I get double.
That's fun.
The food.
Okay, so you guys take a midday break at the edge of this tiny lake, and by the tiny lake, I literally mean it's a little bigger than a pond. It's about maybe 100 foot across with this little tiny river feeding into it, 2 rivers coming out of it.
Nice.
As you guys kind of set a mini camp, put your gear down, get comfortable, look for supplies. Who's doing what? And is anyone on lookout? I'll just nonchalantly ask.
I'll be on lookout. I will be standing with my toes in the water, my arms outstretched, my branches outstretched to the sun, and on lookout.
Okay, so you start doing your whole foliage unfoliage to start sucking up the solar power.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
But also keeping watch.
Give me a perception check since you're on watch.
Ooh,
Very
I'm
interesting.
getting better all the time.
As you get this beautiful 22 to perception, as you notice that on this lake there's some decent sized fish jumping around, basically very large brown trout. And by large, I mean the size of your arm, because these are primordial brown trout.
Ooh,
Nice.
And you see them snipping at some of the small mayflies, and by mayflies, I mean flies the size of your hand, buzzing around on the water surface. You notice there's on the opposite end of the lake there, a little flock of biped reptiles moving around. With your beautiful 22, you cleanly see that they are razor claws, which are the dinosaurs your tribe know are slightly dangerous, especially in big numbers. They're about 5-6 foot tall, bipedal, have a long tail that sticks out, come in brightly colored scales, and they have a third claw on their feet that is larger than the others.
Nice.
And you notice they're doing the them thing out there, getting up, chasing something, and then stopping, and then going back to the water to drink, trying to catch fish. They don't seem to be any threat to you at the moment.
Then I will just keep an eye on them, but leave them be.
I will forage food for the fleshies.
Okay, go ahead and give me your survival.
The fleshies, thank you.
Using my sharp-eyed forager.
Ooh.
Alright.
Now, the quick question, before you roll, you're not going to harvest more than you need, or are you?
Well, I mean, some of it I'll harvest that they can carry along and
Okay.
have for later.
Okay. But you're not going to, just greedily harvest.
No.
Okay. So nothing wasteful. Good to know. Go ahead and make that survival roll.
Yep. All right.
Okay, with a solid 11, you find a bunch of berries and tubers that they can eat that will, basically outlast this entire trip before they go south.
Okay.
As you point out to them that they can chew on the root at the end of this stick, as they give you this look of "this is not meat."
Nope.
But seriously,
but it's good nourishment.
You can chew on the end of this stick. It will feed you well.
Good stuff. Here's some berries and some nuts. Have some nuts.
And they'll be called pry trees nuts.
I did not harvest some pry tree.
Oh, jeez.
Or from Barkley. But I will spend some time in the sun while doing all this.
Okay, and what are the other two of you doing while your tree friends are enjoying the water and the sun?
Ooh, bath, evil.
Things of darkness dwell under the water.
I mean, you can chill if that's what you got to do,
Yeah.
The trees will take care of you. Don't worry.
Don't worry, I'm not dropping the soap. No, nothing in particular. Just, I guess, looking out.
Just taking a nice short rest.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will look around, just for shits and giggles.
My poor basilisk.
And I don't see anything.
You do a perception of 10. You see across the river there are some animals doing what animals do. There's some birds flying overhead, but high enough that they're not an issue or a threat. There's some fish in the water that might be great bounty to fish if you didn't want to get wet and clean. All your warrior musk would be washed away, and that would make you weak. Damn your clan taboos.
Thank goodness we can't smell.
Right?
Oh my god.
And is our chanter doing anything, or are we screen swiping to continuing on?
I don't know, just helping out. She has a mending kit, so if there's anything that needs to get mended, or like maybe I guess like processing whatever food gets gathered.
Okay. Making it a little more edible.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys head off. Our navigator's going to have to give me another survival roll.
Ay, ay, ay. Is it back to me?
Yep.
All right.
I think you're the only one volunteering to get everybody lost.
Yep.
I mean, they'll
'Cause
just blame it on Prytree.
Because my character has the land nav skills of a second lieutenant.
There you go.
I figured out what she's doing.
See, now the most important thing is Prytree can run fast enough to escape the blame. If he thinks he's
Right?
As long as he doesn't roll another one.
So with your beautiful 13, you can circumnavigate the waterways here. Are you interested in going to where the razor claws were, or no? Your roll is good enough to avoid any kerfuffle if you'd like, or you can go towards it. That's totally up to you.
I don't know that we need to mess with them right now, do you?
No.
Okay. No.
I mean, if you're asking me, I say yes. But that's me.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Wow.
I mean, I could learn how to shape into them.
Come on, we've
Well, you
all
saw 'em.
seen the second Jurassic Park movie.
That's true.
We know what the little ones can do.
Right? Yeah, we'll
Or no, that was the third one, wasn't it? Yeah, that was the third one.
In fact, that is a good question there. Are you going to study them as a druid?
Well, that's what he's been doing. He said he watched them the whole time.
Yeah. I was watching them the whole time. But
you do the total nature look, I will totally go the bit as you study them from afar.
Oh, nature. I gotta do nature?
No, you should just see it pop up on your screen.
Oh, I did. Haha.
I was gonna say that is the stats of the creature.
Oh my gosh.
You now have the stats of a razor claw.
Nice.
Dun, dun, dun.
Thank you.
See how it makes my life easier to make your life easier? And everybody else looks at this thing and goes, the motherfucker's got 3 attacks? It's got multi-attack 3?
Bite, claw, yes. Beautiful.
Piercing and slash damage, 1d8 plus 2 for each of the attacks. Good lord. Pounce.
20 feet in the... Nice.
So they run and jump at you, unless you run and jump at them first. All right.
Yep. Neato. I like it.
I mean, the worst part is that pounce attack. They then get to do a bite as a bonus action if they knock you down.
Yeah.
They're all about doing a lot of alpha strike damage at once.
Yeah, you get a bunch of them. Yeah, that could be ugly. So yeah, we don't want anything to do with that.
No, okay. Not with a herd.
Okay, so you guys with that 13 head on. The sun sets. You're traveling for hours. Are you going to set camp, or are you going to power through and get to the cave before dawn?
How far do we got to go?
You basically are one survival roll away. Just remember, it's only about 3 to 4 days away from camp, and you were rolling really well.
Yep.
Do you want to reach the caves during the day or during the night?
Well, Mini Chieftain, what are we doing?
Traveling at night probably isn't the best idea.
Okay.
because we're gonna have to rest, eventually, anyways. So, I mean, if it was like only like, well, yeah, no, we'll rest.
I mean, if it does make you feel any better, the halfling's eyes are weak. As you guys set a camp, what kind of camp are you setting? As you have roots.
Oh, a simple camp. I don't think we need to build. We don't need to build a bunker or anything like that. So
you build a bonfire. Some basic defenses.
I say we build a bonfire and have a big party. Kidding.
Weren't you traumatized by fire?
You have a chance to start doing some rock and roll music.
I said,
we can have a good old Wiccan bonfire. Run around naked, screaming like idiots, getting drunk.
Yeah, we'll pass.
And you find out the tree folk are always naked.
Right.
That robot chicken one with Chewbacca. It's like, wait, you've been naked this whole time?
Yeah, we're basically in enemy territory, so it will be a very modest, basic camp.
A small fire, so it doesn't give off too much light, but just enough.
Yep.
Okay.
It's banked into a tree or brush area.
Give me a survival check to see how covert of a camp you're building. Basically, you're rolling the DC for anyone to spot you guys.
Well, I'll say somebody else is probably making that roll. Probably not going to be helping with the fire much.
I will guide whoever makes it.
Just because.
Okay.
I'll do it.
Okay, Scar's going to get guidance. Would you like to use the guidance?
Yes! It's a 1d4, right?
Yep.
That's a 1d4.
Oh, yeah. I'm burning the forest down.
You have a good solid 8 on your concealment on the camp.
Great.
I mean, what do you expect listening to a tree?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you guys set the camp and the sun is, already set, as the 2 moons come out, as the 3rd moon is still hidden, thank God, because that moon's evil. The sky looks like a beautiful mosaic of the cosmos with some comets streaking through the sky as you see the stories that your people point out often in the night sky. Who's taking first watch?
I will.
Okay. You take first watch. Give me your perception check.
Nope.
A 14. Interesting.
I don't like to hear that.
No one does.
Yeah. 14. Interesting. Yeah. Now that's like doesn't cause any kind of anxiety.
Okay, so as your colleagues are finishing eating the tubers and stuff and head to sleep, you listen to the night sounds, and then all of a sudden you hear this, and then across the other side of your camp you hear.
Uh-oh.
They're very animal-sounding sounds. And then you hear a 4th sound that's very guttural and throaty version of the whistle. If you would like to give me a nature check, I might be able to tell you what those natural sounds are.
I'll give you a nature check.
Like, what are these birds that are flying around? Oh my God!
What are these sounds? I'm a druid. Why should I be good at nature?
You hear some rustling in the grass about a good 100 feet outside of your little camp, as the sounds kind of interchange with each other, something moving quickly through the grass. as the sounds kind of like overlap each other. It must be some night critters just playing around out in the grass.
Yeah, just playing.
I am going to say that
We're
I'm
stuck.
just going to let everyone know while they're still awake, the animals are pretty active tonight.
Okay. And as your friend Barkley says that, does anyone want to do a perception and look off into the distance?
I mean, I could.
Go for it.
Let's see.
I mean, your friend Barkley is helping, saying there's stuff out there, so I will even give you advantage.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Yeah.
If that's something you'd be interested in.
Yeah. 22.
22 is nice. As you look off in the distance, and as you do, you notice on the other side of the fire, as your eyes kind of adjust as you blink to it, you totally notice little pairs of eyes about 2 feet off the ground looking at you guys in the camp. And you're seeing about 8 pairs of eyes bobbling in the darkness. And with your beautiful 22, it takes just a second for your eyes to adjust. As you see, basically, there's about 8 to 10 little tiny 2-foot lizard heads looking at you. And you immediately notice when one like snaps at one of the ones next to him as they give the that these are what your tribe call tiny razor, which are basically like razor claw, but these are the baby tiny ones that are more of a nuisance than anything, unless they get like a big number and they have a reason to fuck with you. Most people would just use like a nature roll to shoosh them away, or an animal handling.
Okay. I'll just keep my voice very like even and say, well, we've got company.
And as you say that, you notice all 8 eyes are locked on you as the little tiny heads are bobbing. They're listening intently to your words. Good thing you know these things are, not intelligent. They're just crafty.
Clever.
We should be safe. We're not edible to them, so.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason why Barkley really wasn't concerned until all of a sudden you talk and they're like looking at you. And you kind of pick out their numbers as they're moving and shifting in the little grass at the edge of your camp area. And you know there's definitely 10 of these little shits.
Oh, jeez.
They are known for being little scavengers. Think of them as like the coyotes of the dinosaur world.
So true. Give them more trouble than they're worth, than they
scare them off like a bear. Just kind of go for it.
I mean, if someone wants to try to do that, I will let you do a animal handling or an intimidation. Both would work.
My intimidation is all right, if nothing else.
I thought you might have an okay intimidation, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, if anyone's got better than a 4, then they should go for it. But if not.
Oh, definitely not.
Don't know.
Show them off. You got this.
Don't know
I'm
if
behind you the whole way.
Fans of Alone, but you just say, "Hey, bear. Hey, bear."
Do you want me to guide you in your intimidation?
Sure, yeah.
I will show you how to intimidate, or I will just give you a lucky leaf from my body.
Barkley will give you a lucky leaf and lay hands of guidance upon you.
I give you air from my lungs. I give you air from my lungs.
Sorry. Does that mean you're gonna yell with me and try to help?
No. That's
Make a lot of noise.
That's a Doctor Who reference.
Oh, got it.
It's a gift reference. My gift to you is the air from my lungs.
Slay.
Lamest gift ever.
He's meeting a tree person.
Mm-hmm.
And he
I
forgot to
can
bring
outrun all
gifts.
of you, so we're all good.
Wow. Symbiotic relationship for real. Okay. Oh, hello.
Nice.
Wow.
Oh my god.
What
Sorry,
does
Jim.
your natural 20 to intimidation, what does it look like to all of us that you scare off these little bastards?
I think she does like a lot of like stomping, and like she's probably got like she actually has a rattle as a uh as a like proficiency in a rattle as a musical instrument. She probably uses that and sort of shakes it in the way that like a snake tail would shake when they're about to strike, and does like a lot of like stomping and making her like pulling her clothes to make herself look bigger. Looks kind of insane, but you know.
It looks insane, but obviously works amazingly. As all of a sudden, all 10 of them scatter in different directions as you just hear them make this panic call like a flight of birds as they go splitting off into different clutches of each other and will not be bothering you the rest of the night.
Nice.
In
I like
fact,
that.
in fact, with a natural
Hey.
20, your uproar of the rattle of the giant serpent was enough to keep things quiet the rest of the night.
Hell
Nice.
yeah.
Hey, Elbow. Barkley, like, wow, that was entertaining. Impressive.
I've been doing that since I was a child. It's practically second nature to mimic a snake at this point.
And who is taking second watch?
I will.
Okay, go ahead and give me your perception check.
Yeah, because they won't be bothering us, but.
Well,
Oh my god. But.
It's a good thing I said everything is fine for the night, because at some point Scar falls asleep on watch. And the appropriate time comes up, and who takes
You mean
watch?
Tree, right? Falls asleep at watch?
well, Scar's on watch, so we'll give Tree a freebie on this time.
Okay.
Apparently, Tree is the whipping boy of the group. The whipping willow. So who is taking third watch?
I'll take it.
As Tree wakes up, and you notice Scar is on watch, and then you look and you get kind of concerned because Scar's not moving, but Scar's eyes are wide open looking at the savannah, which is really not a savannah, it's just a slight clearing. And then you realize his eyes are unfocused, and you hear a snore come out of Scar.
Yeah, we'll just leave him be and take over watch.
Okay, and go ahead and give me your perception check.
Boom.
Ooh, an 11. I have to roll something for that.
What?
Yeah, I figured out what she's doing.
In the distance, you have dark vision, right?
We do, I believe.
Some weird
dark
trees.
vision.
Yeah.
In the distance, like a good 300, 400 feet, you see a glow of a light. It looks like a small torch. And as your keen, barky eyes focus on it, you realize that just before the sun comes up, that torchlight disappears, and someone small is sitting on a tree branch looking in your general direction.
Oh, we've been made. All right.
And then as the first glows of sun hits, it kind of blends in the color of the light, or the light was extinguished, one or the other. You're probably thinking the later. And whoever it was disappears from sight.
All right.
As you kind of realize maybe your tiny fire was giving off more light than you thought.
Yep.
Or maybe the intimidating roar gave away your location.
Could be. Could be a combo of both. I will, as everybody starts to wake up, I will let them know that we might have been made. There was a small figure off in the distance who seemed to have been watching. So we must proceed with extra caution.
So you know, with a successful survival check, you could make it to the cave entrance on this map by midday if you left now.
On this map. A map that we don't see. All right.
On your
Ready?
map. Your map that you've been decorating.
Oh, that map. Okay.
Yeah, the actual leather skin map. You don't need a real map for that. Come on. Theater of the mind. So, what is your guys' plan? Because now would be the time to talk what the plan is. Because you could be at the cave entrance in a matter of hours.
Kill them all. I mean,
So is that the plan? You're just gonna head in there all hot and heavy?
No, we're gonna sneak in.
Yes.
Am I stealthy? Yeah, I'm stealthy.
Okay. So you guys
Any other
pack
thoughts?
up all your gear. You discussed that your plan is yes, and we're gonna be semi-stealthy.
Yep.
Stealthy.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are starting to head towards the cave. It's pretty much a straight shot. You'll be following some rocky ledges that should give you enough cover to be very stealthy if you want to skirt from location to location while being sneaky. Someone give me your survival check.
Man, feels
Let's
like
not get
somebody's
lost.
carrying all the weight here.
Not get lost. Remember, you got advantage since you have the map.
Thank goodness.
A solid 13, far better than the gray 6.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are guiding the way as you get close to a rocky outcropping. Are you guys being
This is
stealthy?
the way. Yes, I'm like careful.
Okay.
They probably know we're coming. We got to be very stealthy here. Follow me.
So each of you guys give me a stealth roll. We need at least half the group to pass your stealth roll.
Okay.
Wow, the 7 foot, 300-pound, orc did the best.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wow.
I mean, I'm a tree. Trees aren't known for sneaking.
You kind of rustle.
Russell. So as you guys are about to get to the entrance of the cave, you sense that it's just around this little hill. And as you think you're there, go ahead and whoever's on point, give me a perception check.
Oh, that would probably be me. Ooh!
Hey!
Wow!
Nice.
Mighty Hunter. As you just barely notice, up on the little ledge ahead, there's this, where you would have been walking right by, there is a little, almost call it like a hunting blind is what it looks like to you at first. That's kind of what caught your attention. You just barely noticed it. And you see that in front of this little hunting blind that's about 8 feet up on the rock ledge there, they've got rocks set precariously set that someone could trigger a small rock slide. Wouldn't be enough to like kill you, but it would basically just be a bunch of 1.5 foot rocks smashing into you all at once, which would suck.
Yeah, he says that now. Not enough to kill you.
Yeah.
Not enough to kill you, but possibly knock you down, or even worse, trap you underneath them. And your keen eyes, as you squint, you notice that there are people hiding behind the blind.
What type of people?
As you squint your eyes to get a closer look, you notice that they are tiny people wearing grayish cloaks to try to help them blend in with the rock face. As you are pretty sure these are halfling-sized people.
I will walk over to
pink skin persuasion with weapons at the ready.
I will walk over to Ducati, or however it's pronounced.
Yeah.
It's like, I know you really wanted to cast that thunderclap spell or whatever it was.
Shatter,
yeah. And I'll tell her over my shoulder where she needs to cast it.
Okay. Scare him out of there.
And
yeah, I'm sure that'll do it.
And Scar, you're pretty sure they know you because you just barely beat their stealth. Their weapons are following you as you go over to her. Because yes, your group botched their stealth roll really bad.
Yes.
Yeah, we did not do very well.
Luckily, the one in front noticed stuff and was kind of sneaky, but not really. So, yep, nope, I'll say, yeah, just do your shatter, in the trees right there.
And he's pointing out the general direction.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, I'll center it on the sort of, if I can see the hunting blind, then I'll center it on that.
He gives you a general idea of you think you see it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Now, the trick comes as you're about to do something. Everyone roll initiative, because as soon as they see him talk to you and stuff's about to happen, they're gonna probably shoot you. You're thinking, Scar, that's totally what you're thinking.
Okay, click on my duder. You don't have the initiative window up?
Apparently I do not, but that's okay because it recorded Scar and Barclays.
Good. Hey.
Great, the one we need to go first goes last.
Yeah, exactly. I don't have a bad death either. I just rolled horrible.
Attempt some deception to be all deceptive. You could attempt a ruse.
I mean, I could probably lie my ass off if needed.
Well, they want you to cast the spell, so they wouldn't want you to really ruse.
Well, you have an orc shield right now, at least.
Why?
Because I'm standing between you and them.
Yay! Thanks.
Go teamwork.
Yeah.
Yep.
As you will magically see the map change.
What?
Oh, hello.
Holy cow.
Wow.
Okay.
You guys situate yourself any way you want in that general area. If here is the hunting blind with the halfling hunters.
So, what general area?
Well, I would probably be. I don't know. Because all I did was turn around and face Ducati. So, why is the turn order gone?
Oh, yeah, what
It's
the
up
hell?
on my screen.
It's blank on mine.
It's blank on mine.
You may want to refresh. It's probably roll 20.
Okie dokie.
Does a refresh bring it back?
Nope.
Didn't we have this problem last time?
We
Or
did.
something similar?
Let me refresh my screen and see if that does it. Oh, mine just came up with everybody.
Weird.
I got Scar with the 15, Barkley with 11, Prytree with the 14, and
Well, as long as you have it.
4.
Yep. Ours went blank for some reason, or at least two of us.
Yeah, mine did.
How wooed.
Again,
Right?
as long as the DM knows who goes next.
Yep. Guide us, O Wizard of Wise One.
But see, now I got to bring back all my NPCs onto the screen. When I refreshed, it made everything go away.
Oh, no.
Come on, roll 20. Bring it back. Bring it back. Oh dear. So, the scouts rolled a 19 for their initiative.
Of course.
That one we see.
Yeah. Just our pre-rolls. No go.
Maybe when he starts cycling, they'll start showing up.
Hopefully. So, these scouts, they know there's trouble coming. They saw Scar talk to the other one. The 5 little scouts in their hunting blind are gonna totally take advantage of the getting the drop on ya. As they're gonna have advantage on everyone but Scar.
I don't know why the trees are in the front, but whatever.
I was gonna
Well, that's because that's where you put yourselves.
Yeah, I said move yourself around.
Yeah, well, I figured some others might move one forward, but that's all right. I can handle it.
As you all hear Utraka! And immediately a group of 5 halflings stand up in the hunting blind and notch their arrows and let them fly. So the first arrow is going to go ahead and hit Prytree, who's in front. They're basically each one's taking a shot at one of y'all.
Is it really?
So the first one is shooting at Prytree.
Yeah. Hold up. I got to pull up my character again. All right. Use your action to deflect or catch the missile when you are hit by a ranged weapon. Attack. When you do so, the damage you take from the attack is reduced by 1d10 plus your dex modifier plus your monk level. If you reduce the damage to 0, you can catch the missile. Blah, blah, blah. If enough, small enough to hold you one hand, you have at least one hand free. You can catch the missile in this way, and you can spend key points to make a ranged attack.
And do you know what the best part of all that is? He rolled a natural 1.
Ooh.
So
No,
immediately,
that was 19 was the initiative.
19 was
dang.
the initiative. The 5, which is a natural 1, is he the first one to pop up and shoot is actually the last one to pop up, but the first to shoot, as one of his colleagues gets in his way and he totally shoots his friend.
Shoots him in the ass.
Right, yes. Yeah.
Applause! The one in front of him takes an arrow in the ass for 5 points.
Nice.
As there's some yelling going on.
I mean,
so the next one is
that shit happens.
Gonna go after Barkley. And with advantage.
Oof.
Will a 22 hit Barkley?
Sorry, Barkley.
Oh, Barkley.
Like this. This is how it works. Just you catch it.
As Barkley may be muted at this very moment. As he takes 7
That's funny.
points
Yes,
of
I caught it
damage.
right in my arm.
As the arrow goes thwong in your plant-like limb for 7 piercing damage.
That's the wrong technique.
I caught it. You said catch it.
And then an arrow goes flying towards Scar. Will a 23 hit Scar? Damn, they're rolling hot now.
No. Of course it does.
It does 8 points of damage.
-3. Yay. Unless it's a magical weapon.
It is not a magical weapon. As the fourth arrow
after getting my ass handed to me in the last fight, that's -3 is going to be helpful.
As Dak is going to take the 4th arrow, maybe. Will an 18 hit you?
Who's that one? Oh.
No, yeah. Definitely. I don't think that I have a
For
higher dex than
4
mine.
piercing damage.
Wow. Oh, her AC's 12. That's funny. Okay, yeah.
And then the 5th arrow, I'm going to roll a d4 to see who it goes to. I'm starting clockwise. 3, 1, 2, 3. A second arrow is going towards Dak. Because I'm starting with Pride Tree.
Oh.
A second arrow goes flying back towards the God-blessed one. Because that obviously means you're the most dangerous one of the group because you're blessed by the gods.
Sure.
Will an 8 hit you?
That one will not. That one will not.
As the archer's obviously intimidated because you are blessed by the gods, that to bring your blood to earth would be a curse upon all here. And that's the little halflings that have now revealed themselves on their little ledge 8 feet up on the rocks. It's a great little hiding spot up there. With a little tiny small creature-sized hole right there that you can kind of see. And if your weapons are not a reach weapon, running up to the ledge and attacking is a disadvantage thanks to their position. Who's going first?
Well, that would be me, probably.
You have the initiative.
I was going to say, based on initiative, because it's not Star Wars, it'd be Scar.
Aw.
I had to scroll up to see it, but...
I was going to say, are you guys seeing the initiative tracker, which is in fact 15
Nope.
Scar?
No, I just remember I got the 15.
I was actually kind of hoping it popped up for you guys.
Nope,
No.
just all we see is the 19.
So what's Scar going to do?
Let's see.
You're going to throw a ranged attack not at disadvantage, or melee attack at disadvantage. Or, worse, take your action to climb up there so that next turn you're going to be right there in front of them with no disadvantage. Scare the fuck out of them.
Yeah, I'll go right here.
Okay, so you're going up to the base and you're basically going to be swinging up above the rocks at the first 2 that are within range.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack at disadvantage. You swing your sword club, and it has a familiar sound as it hits stone. Reminds you of the battle.
Oh, Jesus, again?
As you hear the rock go ticker take, and then the halflings go, "Stupid orc can't hit stone. No blood from rocks.
You're
will
yeah,
feast
a rock
upon
star,
your
dude.
body, and we will burn your wood friends for fuel."
Except for when I do hit, it hurts.
Why does the orc just keep banging on the rocks? I don't get it.
His war cry now is rock, 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 rock. Anything for your bonus action?
That was no,
Okay.
no, just no.
So, Pride Tree, what would you like to do?
Any trees up there?
There is no trees, just tiny little
Okay.
shrubs of grass.
But that's
There
okay.
will be
'cause
shortly.
I'll just do that.
And how are you
I
doing
would-
that? Can you climb?
Well, I mean, 40 feet. How much does it take to climb?
It's basically 8 foot up there, so it's an action to roll athletics.
Because, I mean, that's only 15 feet, so.
But it's still that climb to get up there.
Yeah, that's all right. We can do that.
You're gonna use your action to climb.
Yeah.
Okay.
Athletics or acrobatics?
It's gonna be athletics. I just need a 10 or better. You got that.
But I'm parkouring.
Now, unfortunately, it's not
Wrong-
Genesis with the parkour talent.
Yeah, wrong system.
All right. All right, fine.
See?
How about a 13 then?
You immediately flying tiger yourself up there and whoosh. Anything for your bonus actions that you've taken a movement and an action?
Well, I don't really get a 10-foot charge on them for climbing up, right? So.
Nope.
Yeah.
As they all look at you, and the one that seems to be in charge in the middle there says, "Get them! Cut that tree down to size!"
Yeah. Well, I'm attacking the one in the back on the side there. So.
Do you have multiple attacks? Because remember, it's an action to climb.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Not a movement?
Nope.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine. I'm there. Looming over.
Okay. Whoosh. You appear in front of them. Barkley, what are you gonna do?
Okay, so as a giant wolf spider, I've got a 40 feet speed and a climb of 40 feet. So, can I turn into a wolf spider with my bonus action and use my movement to kind of follow?
You can do exactly that.
And then bite into a halfling.
As Barkley is showing off, you don't have to be a monk to have 40 feet of movement. And just creepy crawls, because remember, if you have climb speed, that means it's automatic.
Guys.
As you go up there, go ahead and unfortunately, they're not flanking. So as
Well, I
you
couldn't
No,
get to
they just need to be 10 feet apart from each other.
why do they need to be 10 feet apart from each other?
Because her shatter spell is a 10-foot sphere.
Oh.
Oh,
Thinking about
Yeah.
that thing. So,
I was
oh,
watching
forgot about that. Here,
Barkley, as
I
you
can't
as our
quite.
would,
I can't get it to stick, but that's all right.
if you hold down the
I'm
alt button, you
basically-
can. Oh, so you're not adjacent
Yeah.
to them.
Well, no, I'm like right there. There we go. How's that?
Okay,
back
so
to
you're
the
you're,
10-foot
you're within
problem.
you're basically adjacent to their square, right?
Well, yeah, but if you do
Yeah, no, that's
square,
He's doing the
and
math.
she places it, yeah, 10 feet.
That's a sphere. So
Oh yeah, I did a square, but that's all right. Circle.
So Barkley, you're jumping up there to get the little guy.
forgot about the 10-foot.
it is a lot.
Well, it doesn't matter because there's a bunch of people that'd be in that way, even yourself, Scar.
Again, I just got to be 10 feet away, or 5 feet away from the center.
It's 10-foot circle.
No, it's 10-foot diameter.
Yeah, right
So
there.
shrink it one.
No.
What?
Oh,
There.
then see?
There you go.
Oh.
No, hold
You're
on.
fine.
It's 10-foot. Shatter is 10-foot radius.
Oh, 10-foot radius?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, well,
Okay.
where's...
The difference between radius and diameter.
Yeah.
There's a slight difference there, yeah.
And especially since Scar's underneath that pile of rocks that were made for the rock slide trap, the shatter's going to be interesting.
Whoa.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
So,
I can take it.
Barkley, go ahead and roll your attack as a spider, as you're going to attack the first little halfling. A
19 hit?
will hit.
Okay, so that is
And that happens to be the one with the
1d4.
arrow in the back.
1d4 plus 3 regular, and then 2d4 poison.
Roll high, roll high.
So I got a 6 for the regular and 5 for the poison.
So 11 points.
Yes.
What does it look like when this halfling all of a sudden succumbs to not the puncture wounds, but the deadly poison coursing through its veins?
It starts to foam at the mouth, bleed out of the eyes, and then collapse to the ground, start convulsing and screaming in agony, and then dies.
Wow.
You boom slaying or...
And
That's
all
hard.
of a sudden, all of the halflings look at the tree that just climbed the mountain and look at the horrific monster spider that just ate one of their friends, and you have their undivided attention. As 3 of them are not brave enough to come within melee range, but one is going to totally be brave because you killed his brother. Or his husband. You're not quite sure which.
10-foot radius, yeah.
And it is our chanter's turn. What you gonna do over there?
Besides, she has her noise thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a huge sphere.
Oh, well.
It is. It would definitely get probably
All of us.
Barkley and Prytree if I wanted to get pretty much any of them.
You and your AoE stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, this would be a perfect time for it if you don't mind hitting your friends. They're
Yeah.
tough.
I could also just cast Fairy Fire and try to give you guys a little helping hand. Yeah.
I mean, you can kill me because I'm in spider form, and I'll just revert back to me.
Okay.
And you will make every one of these little murderous halflings happy to kill the horrible spider thing.
Yeah. They'll be your friend.
We will
Perfect.
adopt you into the tribe. You will be our chanter now. We will teach you the songs of our people.
There's 5. There's 10. But if I put it here, there's 5. There's 10. Does that still get Barkley?
That would totally get Barkley.
Okay.
Well, if you're not worried about Barkley, somewhere over here.
Who are we not worried about? Is it Prytree or Barkley that we're not worried about?
Barkley.
Barkley.
Okay.
Yeah, so right here.
Yeah.
I mean, if Guardians of the Galaxy taught us anything, we just need to make sure to take a twig.
I can take it. No, you can't.
Yeah, I don't have the dodge anything type yet.
Would this one hit Prytree or no?
According to that circle, yeah, it would hit him.
Would? Damn.
Yep.
Okay.
He's just close enough to get kissed by it. And then you're pretty sure on this ledge, everyone's gonna have to make dex saves if you're doing something like thunder damage or something along those lines. By the way,
I think maybe I'll see, I do have another 2nd level spell.
Well.
I mean,
which
I would
is
totally give Barkley advantage on a dex save with the 8 legs.
I do have Nather's Mischief.
Oh.
That is a 20-foot cube.
The spheres and
But
cubes
does
are
it-
getting bigger.
Yeah, but the question is, what's the effect? Does it actually affect just who your targets are, or does it affect?
It does
Because some
not.
things only affect what you're
And-
aiming at, not everybody.
And don't
I don't.
forget, you are making a lot of noise right now. You will probably be making a hell of a lot of noise with sound magic.
Yeah. This each creature. Yeah. No. This one does not. Unfortunately,
Differentiate between friend and
Okay.
foe.
allow for me to.
No single attack cantrips or nothing.
Yeah, I've got dissonant whispers. I just figure since there's so many of them, man, that would just get everyone. That would be kind of funny. I'll cast Fairy Fire in the area and give you guys advantage on all the stuff.
Okay, so you're casting fairy fire on the side of the mountain?
Yeah, like 10, 15.
Immediately it like highlights a bunch of small animals crawling on the rock face of the mountain. Dozens of
I'll
little
do,
lizards and insects are being highlighted by the flames of the fairy fire. Is there a saving throw or is it just automatic?
It is. It's
I think
a
it's a save.
dex saving throw, DC 14.
Okay.
What
So
are you needing
everyone
attention
in
there, buddy?
give me a dex saving throw.
What? I don't think it does. It affect all of us or just?
Creature.
Huh.
And what is your spell DC?
Yeah, it is 14.
Yeah, whatever. Very whatever.
The
I don't care.
monk magically spins out of the way.
Kick flips out of the way.
Okay, so both of your friends up on the ledge do it. What about Scar? Give us a dex saving throw, Scar.
Hey.
Okay.
That's good.
So, any preference
I do
on
it
the
with
two that failed?
Style.
Because 2 succeeded to avoid it and 2 failed. Is there any preference that you are wishing as the caster?
Not particularly. Maybe like
Okay.
one on each side.
We will say the purple dots are the ones covered in fairy fire.
Cool.
Yes, because
Yes,
they are
Johnson.
covered with the purple dot.
They are covered in fairy fire. Anything for your bonus action or movement?
How far away am I right now? Let's see. 9.
About that far?
I'll
Now, remember,
say
right here is a pile of rocks meant to be thrown down on people down below. Scar totally pointed out that booby trap right there as he bravely stood up in front of it.
Yeah.
Because he forgot about it.
Right under it, yeah.
He's
if
making sure nobody else moves there.
That's safe, thank you.
I can take it.
Like 20. I'm only like 20 feet away, so I'll probably just. I mean, like
You're
I'll
in a
go
good
like
place.
here.
I mean, they did shoot you with an arrow.
Good. I'll go like here.
Yeah, but they got people in their face now.
I do.
As anything for your bonus action? Like
No,
bardic
not really.
inspiration? Okay. So for their turn, this little guy is gonna totally draw his weapon out and run towards the spider. Whoa! And his other two friends are notching arrows and pointing their bows at the spider. So the guy with the sword coming after the spider, he's gonna go snicker snack with his sword. Will a mighty 1 as he gets close to you and terrified and swings, and his sword goes out of his grasp. Clitter, clatter down the rock, and it lands on the ground down over here as he disarms himself. Wow, that was embarrassing.
Fleshies.
As he has now decided he is going to use the rest of his movement since he failed at his attack. And he is going to attempt to run away from you. Would you like to take an attack of opportunity?
I think I would. Yes, please.
As he's going to try to run past your friend.
Does
Jesus, a natural 20 will hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus. Remember, that's going to be an extra d6 to both of the damage types. So the d4 one and the 2d6 one. Add an extra dice to each of those.
Okay. So an extra d6 or an extra d4?
One to the poison damage, one to the melee damage.
Okay. Okay. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna be so.
I'm just gonna delete him now because I have a feeling you're gonna do more than is necessary. But we want the flavor for this murder shot.
Wow.
Okay, so.
And what about the extra damage for the critical hit?
Yeah, you should be rolling 2d4 and 2d6, and then plus 3.
Oh, sorry.
Because your d4 has got an extra d4, and your poison damage has an extra d6.
I'm used to it doing it for me.
Well, if you need some extra character sheets, I can give you as a spider character sheet. You
Oh.
put it in there.
D4, 4,
so
plus
just
2.
So roll 2d4.
There.
Okay, there we go. What does it look like when you murderize this little guy? He turns to run, and everyone just sees like two fangs shoot out of its chest from behind.
Exactly.
And then he explodes.
And then he explodes.
Yes, please.
He explode.
Somehow, miraculously, spider eggs ended up hatched and blast out of the corpse.
Right. Now, if you really wanted to get crazy, you could add the attacks to your attack list for like spider bite and create the attack item.
That's actually a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then you don't have to get too crazy, but
yeah. And you can put the crit doing an extra D of that size. These two guys are going to scream in horror, shock, and awe as they're going to shoot you with fucking arrows for what you just did. That was a nasty attack of opportunity. Will a 13 hit a giant spider?
Exactly.
For 6 piercing damage if you're a giant spider, which to a little halfling is twice the size as anybody else.
Okay. I'm still a spider.
The second one will hit you for a 13 as well. They're consistent, if nothing else.
Oh.
For 9 piercing damage.
Okay. That knocks me out of spider and does actually 4 points of damage to me.
Ooh, is all of a sudden the damage blasts you out of your spider form? What does it look like, since this is the first time we've done that to you?
I think it's it hits the spider shape. It's like the spider suddenly caught up in a tornado, limbs flailing everywhere as I spin about and come out looking like a human-shaped tree.
I'm melting.
And originally these halflings were horrified that their friend just got murdered for running away, and then they're like, "Ah, we slayed the spider! It has half as many legs now. We can slay it again." And then they realize it's just the two of them. And then this guy here who is going to be super crafty as he looks at the orc at the bottom that tried to swing at him earlier and went clank, clank against the rocks. Tree, what are you doing scooping up on people like a little perv?
It didn't snap back where it was supposed to.
And he's going to take that little half step forward and kicks a stick that Tree can totally see from your perspective is holding up that wall of rocks. And Scar, give me a dex saving throw as a bunch of rocks land.
You got this.
Around you, and don't fail
or not. Oh,
if you roll, okay.
There you go.
Okay. So the rocks come bounding down, and with my horrible 2d6 damage, you make your saving throw for half damage. So you take 1 point of damage as a single pebble the size of your thumb bounces off the rock face and bounces off your nose, as the rest of the rocks go landing around your feet, not doing anything.
Is it magical?
It is not magical. You can still take 1 point of damage.
Okay.
Think.
As the single pebble hits your nose and the halfling goes, ah, showing he's got filed teeth. He is a little underwhelmed on his booby trap right now.
All those rocks. It took hours.
It took hours for them to fill the basket and hoist it up. So, Scar, it is your turn.
I'm going to bash this guy in the head. Screw this.
Okay, go ahead and take your shot at disadvantage. Blessed be the defensive stance.
Wait, doesn't the purple dot cancel?
Oh, it does. So it is a straight roll. That's right, because that would give combat advantage.
Dun, dun, dun.
So a straight roll. Unfortunately, you swing with your 12, and it bounces off his leather armor, his pure dragon, dinosaur hide armor. Anything for your bonus action or movement?
You said they're 8 feet up?
They're 8 feet up.
Nope.
Can you jump that high?
No, I can jump 6 feet.
Oh, okay.
You wouldn't want to jump
I
up
just looked
6
it up.
Feet, hit the wall, and then fall down for 1d6.
Yeah,
just jump halfway up this time. And
it's 3 plus your strength modifier. So, yeah, I just looked it up.
Nice.
Okay, so Pride Tree, you are in a target-rich environment.
Yep. Oh, I'll take this one in front of me here.
Which one? They're all in front of you.
The non marked one.
Okay.
I'll keep giving him the advantage on the one down that got the fire on him.
Here, I was thinking you were gonna monk. This is Sparta his ass off the ledge.
I mean, I could, but that's all right.
Okay, go for it. Make your attack.
Yep. All right.
Attacking the little murderous halfling from behind.
Yep. First attack.
Your 11 strikes and he ducks. He's so tiny. You're not used to dealing with things that are 3 foot tall.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I think you can use the 30. Yep. You can roll D4.
That's mumbling at him. We will use you for firewood.
All right, so I don't have to hit to make the unarmed attack. So.
Yep, that's just like a bonusy attack.
Yep, just making sure. So I will use that and do an unarmed attack. Hiya! Aha!
23 will hit.
Caught him with the knee to the back.
How much damage?
All right. 4.
4 points.
Hey, I'm back here. Don't ignore me.
You get a oof.
Don't you turn your back on me. I'm here.
We will deal with you next. Anything for your movement or bonus action?
No, that second attack was bonus, so.
There's all kinds of calculus going on here.
I know.
Okay, so Barkley, what has your mathematical equations told you?
It's not supposed to be broadcasting to others.
We all see your blue circle. I'm calling you out.
You're not supposed to see that. It says.
See what?
So if I move
I don't see anything.
It could be because I'm the GM, I can see it. Okay. You can't move there because that's a cliff face. Unless you have a shape that has climb. You can stand here, but not up here.
I can stand here? Okay.
You can stand there.
I think that will work.
Okay.
Will that work? Because I'm having a similar issue to Shatter. I want to do a quill burst.
Ooh.
Which is a 20-foot sphere.
Oh boy.
But if I... Oh no, because if I center it on me, I'll do it to me. Never mind. I'm not going to do that.
If you aim it really well, you can actually get everyone but you on the map.
I'm sorry? Oh, yeah, I could. That would be awesome.
Well, you can get everyone on the map but yourself.
Instead, I think I will transform myself with my other wild shape into a what was it? A dagger claw, a razor claw.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll transform into a razor claw, and I'll come up, and I will claw bite that guy.
When powers activate.
Okay.
Exactly.
Form of a Velociraptor freaking raptor.
So claw is +2 to hit. I put the spider bite. I didn't put the claw bite in.
I was gonna say.
Oh my gosh.
Let me see if I can make your life easier. I will duplicate file, and if you look in the character sheet in just a sec, there will be a can be controlled by Exo. You should see a little guy that you can use basically as character sheet. Unless that screwed it up.
Oh.
Like, did not screw it up.
Oh. There it is. The no, that's not it.
Yeah, that's the copy of.
Oh, the copy of.
But apparently, by making it
beautiful.
Copy, it destroyed it. So never mind. Don't use it. Go with what you got.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the first one missed anyway, so
okay,
let me do my second.
6 misses as it's like gawking at you, trying to fumble for an arrow as it's realizing, oh my god, it just turned into a tree dinosaur.
That one I think hit. The second claw attack hit. For 1d8 +2.
Barkley and all of his confused shape forming. I'm a spider.
I'm a spider. I'm a tree. I'm a dinosaur.
Okay. And
Did
you say you were going to do a bite attack as well?
Yeah, and a bite, which is coming right now.
Nom, 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 nom.
Holy cow.
Yeah, your natural 20. You and your natural 20s today. Barkley's on point.
Yeah.
This is why everything is Trightree's fault, not Barkley's.
So that's 2d8 plus 1d6 +2, right?
Huh?
For the bite? Holy cow.
It's a 1d8, and then it's a crit. So
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I get it. I got it. I feel ya.
So
is 17.
Ow!
So
Oh, no, that was wrong.
you should be rolling a 2d8 plus 2 for the bite attack with a crit.
Oh. Okay, I thought there was a plus 6 because of the crit.
No, it's the plus a d8. So normally it's a d8 plus 2.
Okay,
So
got it.
2d8
There we
plus
go.
2.
11.
Oh, and what does
Say.
it look like when you go total raptor mode on it and kill him?
I will bite his neck out.
You reach way down between your legs and rip his throat out.
Yes. Or, oh no, then I'll just bite his head off. That'll be better.
There you go.
And
you
toss
have
it.
his head in your mouth.
The druid's getting all primal on these halflings, man.
He's given into his primal side here, going all crazy spider, crazy dino.
Yeah.
And what
You
is
gonna
our
leave-
Go for her.
what is our
You gonna leave any for us?
chanter gonna do? Is you're seeing this slaughter happening on this hill, and a lot of noise is happening.
Indeed, it is.
Like, leave some for us, man.
Yes,
Okay.
I think the noisy part is
Um,
Scar whacking the side of this mountain with his sword club.
Yeah. We do still have two. We do still have the two left, right?
Yep, you have the one that's
Yeah.
covered in fairy fire right above
Yeah.
Scar, and the other one that's hiding behind Pry Tree.
Kind of.
And
Have
what
either
you
of them?
saw, he's hiding.
Have either of them not been damaged yet?
This
I don't
guy
think either of them have they?
has been hit once. Pry Tree
Ah.
did like a boot to the back because he missed him originally.
Oh, that's right.
And
Yeah, for
this
4
guy is completely untouched and seriously thinking of reaching out for his bow to start shooting Scar from above, and a beautiful vantage point for using his bow. Any second, in fact, next slot in initiative, he's going to be doing just that to Scar.
All right. Well, I mean, then I'll get that guy with dissonant whispers.
Oh, and what does that do?
Wisdom saving throw or psychic damage, and you have to move.
I rolled a 10.
That does not make it. So, hold on. Let's see.
Wah, wah.
Wah.
I sense he's going to be taking 1d6 falling damage in a moment.
Yay. I mean, it says so 12 psychic damage first.
Ouch.
Damn! As you see, like, his eyes all of a sudden bleed blood, and
Scanners.
his ears drip out blood because that's a lot of damage for him. He looks like shit. This 8-foot fall may be the end of him. And the best part of the spell.
Yeah, he must immediately use its reaction if available to move as far as its speed allows away from you. The creature doesn't move into obviously dangerous ground such as fire or a pit.
Okay, well he's gonna run to the entrance of the cave to escape. And as he does, he's gonna be running off the edge of this little thing, which should not be like a death-defying pit. So I think he would risk running down it. Except the fact he just took a whole bunch of psychic damage. Would you like to roll the d6 for the falling damage?
Is there
anyone get an
attack of
opportunity?
Yeah, there's a tick of opportunity that just probably pummeled this guy into mush.
Okay, does one of you wish to take an attack of opportunity as he runs away?
I already did.
Oh, he did, yeah.
Yeah, you did. So as he runs away, the second he runs right here, you slam your sword club.
Oh, was that it? Jesus.
For 5 points of damage, but with his cranium rupturing blood and blood vessels exploding in his head, that's more than enough damage to finish him off. What does it look like when you sword club him? Just as he's at the very edge of range and you Harlem Globetrotter that club into him.
I'll just pop his head right off and just watch it twirl.
As his body comes sliding down the face of the cliff here, and his head goes soaring beautifully through the sky.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, anything for your movement after that beautiful spell?
Probably not. I'll hang out right there.
Okay, you have a good safe place. The cliff face is protecting you from any danger around the corner.
Yeah.
The last surviving halfling, after seeing that, this guy right here, is gonna totally go for the hole in the cliff right here. He is gonna try to get past Pride Tree. Thank God he's small and can go through your square, as he's gonna try to dip into that little small hole. Would Pride Tree like an attack of opportunity?
Yeah, he's gonna get a staff up the ass. I mean,
You are going full perv on him. Your eyes, he looks as if just a child. A 13 will
yeah, we know better. 13.
Yep.
That's a hit.
That will be a hit, but will it be enough?
I got kid faith. How about a 10?
You crack into him for 10 points on top of the 4 you already did, as you see the last bit of him scamper into this tiny little hole as fast as his small body can take him as he runs away screaming, going, "Intruders! Intruders! Intruders!" Because, yes, he's totally going to dash for his action since he is still alive, and he disappears like 20 feet down this hole. And so the last thing you hear from the hole is, "Intruders!" And as you
Think that over here.
the echo of intruders, and you guys are thinking, "Oh shit, what are we gonna do?" That's a good place to wrap it up there.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm totally gonna ask you first round next session, are you guys gonna stand and fight or try to flee and regroup?
We'll figure that out.
We'll figure that out in 2 weeks.
So how many caves? How many cave entrances we can play whack-a-mole?
Well, there's that tiny one here that you saw.
Yeah.
And the very large one here, a small army. Those halflings could get through that entrance.
Right.
Oh boy.
All right. Can't quite whack-a-mole. Bummer. All right.
And there may or may not be something going on in this entrance. Nobody quite got close enough to do an investigation.
Nope.
Yeah.
Hey, but at least you didn't walk past these snipers and get, the shit shot out of you walking towards that entrance.
Yeah, I know. Arrows in the butt would have been a bummer.
Scar's keen eyes saved his noisy friends.
Yay, Scar. Thank you. We owe you one.
Of course.
All right.
One way or another, Scar will make sure that you all survive and come back to the village, because someone needs a nomination for chief.
Well, I don't know about going that far yet, but I ain't challenging the chief.
Well, no, Scar will inherit it when the chief is ready to say, "Put me down, take my job."
Well, yeah, but not yet. So, all right, good job, all.
Yeah.
Basilisk and a bunch of halflings. We kicked ass.
Yeah.
Amazingly, there was some natural ones, but a whole lot of natural 20s.
Yeah. Gooey.
And Chris,
right.
If you want to shoot me a list of your animal forms, I'll see about making a animal form character sheets for you for the individuals.
I would be super grateful. Yes, I will do that. Right now, I just have the I will send them to you right now. I just have the giant wolf spider
no
and
rush. We got 2 weeks.
razor claw.
Because apparently,
Right.
when I try to send an NPC character sheet to you, as a player, it destroys it and erases all the information. So.
Man.
It's like, I like that. It's like, no, you can't have that.
I was going to say, can I add some other?
If you give me a nature or survival roll and you justify, or even a perception roll to justify that you saw this creature in this trip, I will let you have it.
Excellent. Okay.
I'm not going to be one of those dick DMs that say, nope, sorry, you specifically did not see this poisonous spider or this poisonous snake, so you cannot shapeshift it until you specifically hunt it down with a survival or perception check.
Yep. Options are good.
I will see what I can find out, and I'll send you a list. Thank you.
Once upon a time, I totally had a DM that made us have to Pokemon before there was Pokemon to get our journals. And that was asinine as can be.
And I decided to take a page out of Callus's book.
Uh-oh.
For my feet, I took observant, so now I have a 19 passive perception.
Oh, look at you.
Obviously, your beast
nice, isn't it?
have honed themselves specifically so you are never ambushed. This is how Callus will observe around him all of the wildlife and creatures.
Yes. Nice.
Yeah.
Smart young grasshopper.
As the tree grandfather says, I shall never be surprised again.
Never.
All right. Good job. See y'all in 2 weeks.
Yep. Yes.
All right.
It is late at night.
Yes, it is.
Hope everybody has a great rest of the week.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Bye.
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 And hey guys, Jim here still. If you are still listening and up, we will be having tomorrow our Sons and Daughters of Mandalore game happening at 7 to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you guys are interested, give us a watch, and please hit us up on YouTube and give us a like and subscribe to follow all of our campaigns. We have the playlist page sorted by campaign, so that way you can watch the campaigns from start to finish, going all the way back now a decade of episodes. We're at like 789 episodes or something like that. It's ridiculous. As well as checking us out over on Patreon at patreon.com/cppn, as well as Twitch, as you can watch us do the game live, as you probably are tonight, or you're watching it on replay on YouTube. Alrighty guys, have a good night, and thank you for listening.